Hi there, this is Darren from Treasure Life Family Farms, and today we are putting some turkeys that we raised this year into the freezer, and we'll show you all about it. We are also using the LEM Max Vac 500 vacuum sealer, and so we'll show you a little bit about that too. Alright, so here's one of the birds. You can see he's not necessarily finely pin feathered out, and a couple reasons for that. One is a lot of this doesn't need pin feather because we're actually not going to keep the skin on the breast, and the thighs the legs will get those pin feathers out, and then the thighs we skin them, the wings will pin feather those. So let me show you how we break down this turkey a little bit. I like to lay them on the side like that and start with the wings. Come deep, because the joint is down there more than you think. And then if you did it about right, this will open up and the joint will be exposed, and then we'll finish taking it apart. And it's actually deeper than even I went after I told you I need to err on the deeper side. It's fine. We'll get it. And there's a wing. Now we've been taking the wing tips off because we don't really want to pin feather them, and we don't want them poking the bag, and we also don't find there's a lot of value keeping them. So we just kind of work our way around the joint here. These have two bones coming in, so it's not necessarily the easiest little slice down the joint thing going on, and then this one's got a little more yuck in it than well, so of course that will happen when we're going to the camera. Eventually you give it a little break like that, which pops things apart, and then you keep cutting until it actually falls off. We're down to, there we go. That's a throwaway. This will get onto the pin feather table for our lovely assistant that does that. Let me show you how we take the legs off now. We just cut the loose skin between the leg and the turkey breast like that. And then I also slide the knife in about here and cut out, because I want that to be left on the thigh piece. And then after that, work this around together. We want to get it just like that. See how that pulled apart right down to that joint down here? That's what we were hoping for. And then we just saw that off. And then we want a nice looking drumstick, so we're going to come down like that. Get the meat all the way around until about the joint is about the big thing left. And you just want to start cracking that joint open. And once you do that, you start getting those little cartilage pieces, and it will come apart like that. We're going to pin feather this. There's not many, and our lovely assistant over there will handle that. And then on the actual thigh itself, we've been skinning them out. Doesn't take too much, goes pretty good. Throw the skin away, finish up any of these little loose things that you just don't want to see when you take this back out of the freezer. And that's about how we do it. We'll clean that up a little bit with paper towel. There's just a little bit of I don't know if you want to call it slime or what you call it, but you just touch that real nice with the paper towel. It kind of wicks that up and makes it just a little nicer. And so we've got a bowl of stuff we've worked on over here, and so we'll we're going to take a short break here. We're going to skin the skin off of the breast meat up here, and then I'll show you how I take the breast off the carcass. And after we're done with the carcasses, we collect them into a roaster like that, and we'll actually roast those today, and then peel the cooked meat off of them, and we'll probably freezer shrink that too, because we're not ready for this much. We're doing 5 turkeys in this batch, so we don't need that much turkey in the fridge right now, so we'll freeze a lot of the cooked turkey into the vacuum bags. So we'll be right back after we get this skinned, show you how to take the breasts off of the carcass. Alright, this is the only part we haven't showed you yet. We got the 2 major turkey breasts on this turkey, and I always start back here, and I just run the knife down the bone as best I can all the way out the front. It kind of gets me a starting point on the whole thing. I don't know how good I am at this yet at this point. I think I'd be better. I've done a lot of these. I just kind of keep working the knife along the bone as best I can. Eventually I want to get this back freed. There's a little bone thing going on there. And I'm trying to keep as much of the meat on the turkey breast as I can. Again, this is just for our family consumption, so it's not like, don't freak out if you're a professional at this and, oh my goodness, he's hacking that thing to death. So I probably am, but it is what it is. We just ride the bone all the way out the bottom here, try to keep as much of this on the breast part, and eventually I try to get rid of some of the extra flubber stuff that's going on. This little thing, I cut this off. It's a tendon kind of with gizmo. Put that in my throwaway. And this is the breast that we're putting in the bags. That'll be kind of the next thing we'll show you, is actually bagging some of this stuff. Alright, so these are the bags from the LEM roll, and what I had them do was, we've got different marking spots on the sealer itself. I tell him I want one to the front of the latch, which is, you know, just where the front of the latch is. That's how long I want it. And then he will pull the roll through that far, slide the little cutter bar across, and then you seal this first end. You can see the seal. And then what that leaves, I guess how the vacuum works, is one side of the bag has these little lumpy ridges on it, the other side's smooth. So when you put that in and it starts to suck on it, it can get air between all those places, and it shrinks down this part of the bag. And then at the very end, it seals this end of the bag. So I'll show you, we're gonna put the turkey breast in here now, and then we'll load up a couple other bags of other stuff, and then I'll show you how the sealer works. So I just kind of try to slide it in there without gooping things up as best I can. So that's in there. We're gonna have enough room to seal it, and I'll just set that one aside. Now for our family, a lot of times what we like to do is we're gonna just do a bag of wings or a bag of thighs or something like that. So this time, let me try to grab a bunch of wings. And we're a family with 6 at the dinner table most days. So we try to, we're trying to get our vacuum sealed bags to where we can pull one out, and that should be a pretty nice dinner if we cook the whole thing and not have a ton of leftovers. Because turkey leftovers are fun, but not every time you have turkey. So we're gonna bag this bag of wings. We're gonna do a similar thing for the drumsticks, where we'll probably put 4 drumsticks in a bag, or 5, we'll see what we got. Again, we're doing 5 turkeys, so we've got that to work with as far as parts count. But we'll take this down and we'll show you how the sealer works next. Alright, so we're looking at this is a LEM Max Vac 500, and we've sealed maybe 30 bags with it, you know, so we're starting to get the handle on how that goes. We've got some bags of stuff ready to be sealed, and we're in the on position. This little chamber here is the part that gets vacuumed and sucked down. So it seals with this. I'm not sure how we're supposed to be cleaning this, but probably we are. And after it's done all of the suctioning, then somewhere between this and what's going on down here, melts and seals the bag, and then it releases the suction. So we'll see all that as we'll seal. I got 4 bags ready, so we'll start sealing. We also, when we got this, bought the I think they call it a combo pack, I guess, and it has some already pre-made bags in it, and it's got like 4 rolls in it that we've used up one of the wide ones all the way, and we're working on the second one. So I think we'll buy wide rolls from now on. We probably won't be back to the combo pack. We'll buy wide rolls for us as we go into our vacuuming future. So I'm gonna have my lovely assistant go ahead and film the vacuum sealing process here. You want to make sure that your bag lip lands in here. If you're up here, that's not going to work. So we got to be back a little bit and sort of get it nice and flat, and bring down the hatch, and do our best to get that all in there, and then push down and let it apply that as a sealer. As far as we can tell, it doesn't matter if the rib side's up or down. We've done it both ways pretty randomly, really. Push the start button. I'm going to push this, and you're going to watch back here on the bag, because that's where the cool stuff happens. See how that released? And then we'll flip it up. And then we want to look, because when it seals really well, you pretty much can't see the little lines in the seal strip anymore. And I'm a little concerned because we do see this one. I don't know if it's going to release or not, so we will watch for that. And then what I've done in the past, if it does release like that, you got a couple choices. You can either cut it off underneath of the seal and try it again, or I've actually stuffed this whole thing inside of another sealer bag and just sealed the other bag. So we'll let that one go. Let's try a couple more while you're watching here. That was drumsticks, so let's try doing a seal on turkey breast here. Just want to make sure that that's not flipped up, not bunched up or anything weird. You just kind of, it's not too hard to keep it flat, and I probably overthink it, but seal it down. Here we go. Now, there's something to be said for how you put the product in the bags. This is me doing a mistake here, because the turkey breast itself actually sealed it off in this direction, and it wasn't able to suck all the air out of this little corner, and that's gonna be okay, but I can do better. So that's what I kind of my takeaway from that experience. This one here is a bag of wings. Let me see if I can get this in there and make it happen. Flip the hatch down, and I think I've got a good deal here. Hit it again. Seal. Now, I think we didn't get a good seal on this, and well, I don't know. It feels sealed, but the juice is all over. So we're gonna get some paper towels and wipe that up. And I'm gonna check the seal to be sure. The way that was sitting there, I can't even tell what I got here. Let's see if it's. It seems like it's leaking back out, so we'll probably reseal that one. So let me clean this up. I gotta go grab the paper towels, and then I'll be right back. So yeah, we're just gonna pick it up. All right, so we cut the sealed part off, and I'm gonna try again because I have nothing to lose at this point. And then if this doesn't work, we will seal this bag inside of another bag. So here we go. We'll try number 2. I'm not exactly sure why it failed, other than it had a lot of extra liquid that came with it. Maybe that caused it to not seal, but here we go. There's 4 little lines here that aren't necessarily sealed that well. Let me do this. I'm just gonna hit manual seal on this again and throw another seal across that. Done. Alright, that'll go in the freezer. I think it's pretty well sealed, and if not, it'll still be frozen, which is good. We've got one more turkey breast laying here that we're going to do, and then I think you get the point. We'll move on to our next turkey, but this is kind of our look at the sealer. Go ahead and hand me that bag. Alright. This is a turkey breast, and it starts out in a smaller bag to start with, because you want to try to be efficient with your bag size when you're coming off of the roll. Now I've got the tip of this all the way in the corner, so that should help us not to end up with an air pocket in the corner like we did on the first one I showed you. So let's try this one out. I do try to seal kind of far up on the edge, because if I have to cut it open, which I don't do often, you got to see one on the video, but it's not that often that we actually have a miss like that and reseal, but you got to see one of our misses and how we dealt with it and how it outcome. So this one sealed awesome. I mean, there's no guess all the way across the whole seal stripe here that one's nice and well sealed. And then we weigh them, because when I pull this out of the freezer, I want to know. These are typically, these turkey breasts have been between 2.5 and like 3.2 pounds roughly. So then when we pull them out of the freezer, we know cooking time based on weight a little bit better. But I think that's about all there is to show on the sealer. This is how it works. It's been good for us, but you know, it's not like we've had it for 5 years and I've done thousands of bags. We've done probably, like, say 30 or 40 or some odd bags of turkey, and this is going to be fantastic next summer, because we're perfectly happy sealing up bags of chicken drumsticks and thighs and wings and chicken breasts. We never I mean, we've always done them in Ziploc bags in the last couple of years when we started parting them out. We do keep some as whole roasters, but we're more limited on freezer space when we do whole roasters or whole turkeys. So that's our LEM Max Vac 500 experience, and that's us bagging up some of the turkeys we raised this summer. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy the video. We will have another one out soon. Thank you.